It's not often you meet someone who traded in one white coat, a lab coat, as a pre-med student for another, including a chef's toque. That means hat. I Googled it. But Bill Brodsky, who comes from a family of medical doctors, did just that. New York-born and influenced early on by New England-style seafoods, he later lived in Texas and the Deep South, picking up ideas and ingredients he took back to Boston.
These days, he's Chief Culinary Officer of Boston Nightlife Ventures, supervising several restaurants, including the popular Wink and Nod, a kind of culinary incubator for young chefs on their way up, and his newest Southern Kin Cookhouse. So we are delighted to welcome Chef Bill Brodsky to the dish. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Excited to be here.
This is a really impressive spread. Tell us what you got here.
So we've got some amazing stuff here. This is a frogmore stew, which is like everyone just jumps on in the South. We've got some cheddar biscuits. We've got some deviled eggs. And we have a really nice little wedge salad here. And then to top it off, we've got a coconut cream pie.
What is in this frogmore story? I know you said everything is in there. I mean, I see mussels and I see shrimp, but what else is in there?
We have scallops in there, and potatoes and corn and some andouille sausage, which has a nice spicy note to it. And this is the kind of dish where, you know, similar to a clam bake in New England, the family gets together, everyone does the seafood boil, they throw it down on the table, and they get after it.
Goes well with bourbon, too, I think.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
What is our drink today?
So our drink, we're doing a tasso-infused bourbon old-fashioned, okay?
Wow.
So we've got some bourbon in there, we've got some bitters, we've got a splash of soda water, and tasso is a spicy ham, and we take bacon fat, and we infuse it into the bourbon, so it has this really smoky, kind of decadent flavor.
I think a little bacon in your drink on a Saturday morning is a good thing. I like
pork
that.
rind, too. Did you notice that?
And who doesn't love bourbon? Right?
So tell us about your family, because, I mean, when we say you were pre-med, everyone in the family was a doctor.
Yeah, well...
Feels like it.
Yeah, we have my brother's OB-GYN, and my sister-in-law is an internist. My father and his brother were optometrists. So, you know, growing up, I was very involved in, like, oh, maybe I should become a doctor and pursue that. And it was certainly something that I was interested in. And then going to college, I got about 3.5 years into a pre-medical track, and I kind of decided, this is not my passion point.
Okay.
This is not doing it. And the thought of doing another 4.5 years of this is nauseating. And working in restaurants well, for me it was, of course, no offense to any doctors.
You'd actually lied to get your first job in a restaurant.
This is true. This is true.
At age?
At age 14, I applied for a dishwashing position at Friendly's.
I love that. You started at Friendly's.
Yeah, and you know their paperwork was a little loose back there, at least the one in my neighborhood. And I was 14. I told them I was 16, and they took pity on me, gave me the job. And that was the beginning of my cooking career. Yeah, and you know,
because
humping it out.
The chef there actually left, and you got a break.
Well, yeah, I don't think I would call him a chef.
Being a little generous.
Maybe his name was Tony or something. But yeah, the cook left after a few months, and you know, we got slammed with a bunch of people, and I jumped in and helped out, and you know, a young, budding, aspiring cook was born.
I have to ask you though, being raised in New York, how did your love of Southern food evolve?
Yeah, great question. So I had spent some time in Dallas, Texas for a while, and doing my internship when I was in culinary school. And I decided that I wanted to move down there after I had actually completed culinary school. So I moved down there and kind of really got into Southwestern cuisine and was fascinated by the mix of flavors and the culture. So I had an opportunity come up where I was recruited to go to the Charleston Place Hotel in Charleston, South Carolina. Phenomenal hotel. Loved my time there. And that was my first real introduction to low country cooking. And the restaurant had, you know, a Southern theme to it, but I really learned how to cook Southern food from the staff. I had my 3 breakfast ladies, Miss Joe, Miss, you know, Laverne, and they were, and if I came in and I gave them a warm greeting in the morning, maybe I got a little taste of what they were making for themselves and not the guests. And that's where we got into these beautiful candied yams and dishes like what you're seeing here that are just authentic and tasty as can be.
Well, as I get your signature on this dish, we want to ask you if you could have this meal with any person, past or present, who would that person be?
I'd honestly love to do this dish with my grandfather. He was one of these people that when you saw him eat food, his face lit up. Yeah. And it made me realize what a special moment. It was almost like a snapshot in time. And that's what dining's about, right?
That's a really, really great pick. Chef Bill Brodsky, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for more on Bill and this wonderful dish, please head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.